Hey guys, Griffin here. Today I'm going to talk about 3 resources that I think you should be checking out if you're interested in becoming a blockchain developer. Now, the first one that you're going to want to take a look at, and I would recommend this to anyone no matter of your skill set, but that would be the official documentation. If you're going to look at any particular blockchain, you want to make sure that you start with the basics and have a firm grasp of these before you move on to anything fun like actually building out a product or working to build a smart contract on a particular blockchain. Because if you don't have a firm grasp of the basics, you're really going to set yourself up for potential failure down the line in the form of a potential security issue if you're writing smart contract code, or even something like just completely misunderstanding your product until you've got it to a point where it's time to integrate it with a different aspect of the blockchain or maybe some other kind of provider that you're working with in order to accommodate, and you're going to run into issues then, right? And so this takes form primarily in the way of, if you're an Ethereum developer like myself, you're going to see it a lot when you go to layer 2 solutions, which are all the rage right now, and you'll probably interact with at some point in your career. So if you are going to start on the Ethereum dev track, then I would recommend you start out looking at just the Ethereum Foundation docs, which I will link in the description below. And you should start there and take a look at that before moving on to any layer 2 scaling solutions, because realistically, they all build off of the Ethereum blockchain and inherit the security that Ethereum has. So if you don't understand Ethereum, you're going to have a really hard time understanding a layer 2 solution that scales off of Ethereum. So start with the official docs. Make sure you run through a couple of the examples. Most of them have tutorials that will get you some sort of product up and running, regardless of whether you're looking to do Solidity and smart contracts, or if you're looking to build front-end UI, UX, and implement some of the all-in-one like box solution for you that interact with the blockchain and is just an API that you call, for example. You're still going to want to know the ins and outs of how it functions, at least at a basic level, right? And so that's a great place to start your journey. The second point I want to bring up are coding boot camps. And so this is not something that I've done personally, but I had a friend who went through one of these and he really loved it. Now, the coding boot camp that I'm going to link in the description below is from a company called Encode, and they have several different types of boot camps that they run depending on which blockchain you're looking at. So Solana, Ethereum, etc. Algorand, I think, is one that they do. But there are plenty of companies that do boot camps, and there are lots of different ones that you can choose from. The ones that I'm linking below are part-time. You only have to plug in for a couple hours a day at certain times in order to catch the lectures and participate. But you'll do a short 4 to 8 week program, and then you'll be able to usually get good job placement after, and if not, then you're going to get really good connections through that, and that can be really powerful for advancing your career in blockchain development, as well as teach you a lot of really important base level skills that you can use in order to hopscotch essentially to the next step of your career. So the coding boot camps are really important, especially if you are you're not a really self-driven learner. If you prefer group setting or a traditional class structure, then those are definitely going to be something you're going to want to check out. And so the last resource that we're going to talk about today is the approach that I took, and that would be learning by doing. And so no matter what, I would recommend that you do this. But if you're going to be a blockchain dev, you're going to be doing this regardless, right? And so ideally, you're going to want to spend a whole bunch of time going through browsing different wallets for different types of cryptocurrencies, interacting with the blockchain in various ways, sending currencies and purchasing NFTs, and interacting with smart contracts directly, playing some Web3 games, right? You want to immerse yourself in the space. And as you progress and as you begin to do this, you're going to notice some similarities amongst all of these things. And that's when you'll be able to piece your learnings together and make a really cohesive foundation that you can build off of. So I would recommend that after you get an initial grasp of your subject matter through the documentation or a boot camp, that you start doing stuff and you really make sure to go out there and participate in the ecosystem in any way that you're able to, even if it's not a large monetary sum that you're putting into these wallets. And messing around with, you can still interact with the test nets that are free to use. If you're on Ethereum, there are several, but pick a test net that suits you and mess around with it and send some fake transactions and have fun with it, right? And so these are for developers to learn. They're crowdfunded by the community. And so if you're able to master kind of the user experience side of things, it's going to really help you in your product development journey and allow you to get that inside knowledge that even if you're a back-end developer and you're working on infrastructure, at least knowing what the products are going to be like in the end can help you design a more efficient structure and architecture in order to get to that goal. And so I hope that these 3 resource tips were helpful for you. Again, I'll leave the links to these in the description below. But if you'd like to check out another video on the 5 things that I wish that I knew before starting my blockchain development journey, I'll link that here on the screen for you now so you can check that out. But that's all I got for you, and I hope you had a great day. Thanks. I'll see you in the next one.